All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're going to have such a good live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even lie. The news is popping off. I was waiting for this particular news, and I believe this player will go to Saudi Arabia because this player, he cares a lot about money, and why not? You should care about money. You should definitely care about money. Ladies and gentlemen, Romelu Lukaku apparently had a meeting, an appointment in Paris with Saudi Arabians in regards to a possible move to Al-Hilal. Do you know what? I think there's some substance behind it. I think there's some truth behind it. I just get the feeling this particular player, big up to Ryan, big up to Abhinav, big up to Damon, my man, my Australian brother. Rushir, big up to you. RS7, big up to you as well. And big up to each and every one of you guys. This is going to be a blockbuster live stream where we're going to have a lot of entertaining conversations. And I can't wait to see what you guys have to say in the live chat as well. I'm going to try and pick up as many comments as I can along the way. Big up to each and every one of you guys. G11W, Moses, Ridom, Zenish, IOU, Tuba, KB, Vivek, and everyone else, man. Big up to each and every one of you guys, honestly. But yeah, Romelu Lukaku apparently had an appointment in Paris with Saudi Arabian counterparts, and also, in regards to possibly moving to Al-Hilal. And do you know what? I think there is some real substance in this particular news, and Romelu Lukaku screwed up monumentally in that final. Now, I don't know how much Inter Milan fans would appreciate keeping Romelu Lukaku. And to be honest, is it even feasible to keep someone like Romelu Lukaku? Firstly, I don't think Inter Milan has the capacity to purchase him. He's going to be worth at least 60 million in our books. That's the book value. We need minimum 60 million to just balance our books. And then on top of that, his wages, his astronomical wages, is something Inter Milan will never, ever be able to cover. So could a loan be an option for Inter Milan again? Is that something that we want? Another loan, another paltry loan fee? And then what's the conversation in regards to his wages? So you best believe Inter Milan probably not in the position to do all of this when financially they're in a bit of a strife. So Uncle Shama, I knew my man would be here in the house if it's about Romelu Lukaku and Saudi Arabians trying to take Romelu Lukaku off their hands. But to be honest, Lukaku's not even their player. So Lukaku's our issue at the moment. Inshallah, our Saudi brothers come through. I don't want another year of stopgap expensive loan. Now, there you go. I don't think it's prudent for Inter Milan to do this. And it's definitely not prudent for Chelsea Football Club to continue with this loan saga, because we're not really recouping any money here. In fact, yeah, we're just wasting time. And if a suitor like Saudi Arabians come into play, we can potentially get rid of this player for profit. Because you best believe Saudis, the rumored amount, I don't know, they're trying to rip off Romelu Lukaku to a certain degree. I know Benzema, they got 100 million offer for Benzema per season. They're trying to give Romelu Lukaku 20 million. And I get it, Benzema, far better striker than Romelu Lukaku. But 20 million and 100 million, that's a massive difference. And Saudis are throwing money at everyone. And then it looks like they're not really throwing all the money on Lukaku. But nonetheless, it's still very good. It's more than what he's on. I think currently he's on about 16, 17 million at Chelsea Football Club per season. Saudis are looking to give about 20 million. So it's still very, very good, very lucrative, I'd say. But I think Romelu Lukaku is trying his level best to increase that wage package a little bit more, and rightly so. And on top of that, he's obviously contracted to us. And now it all makes sense, ladies and gentlemen, why Todd Boehly was in Saudi Arabia a few days ago. It kind of makes sense. I'm pretty certain Todd Boehly was talking to the Saudis in regards to Romelu Lukaku. I mean, who wants him? Come and get him. I think the Saudi government owns four of the teams. Correct me if I'm wrong in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. I think they own Al-Hilal, Al-Ittihad, Al-Nasser, and I think another one as well. Al-Ahli or something like, or Ahil, something like that. They own four teams, the Saudi government. So I'm pretty sure Todd Boehly went to Saudi Arabia to talk about Romelu Lukaku. Look, if the book value for Romelu Lukaku is 60 million, I'm pretty sure Saudis will give us a good offer. They will give us a very, very smart offer, and we could potentially not only balance our books. Al Ahli. There you go. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you so much for that. Not only we can balance our books, but we can remove those large wages off our wage bill as well. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the news, ladies and gentlemen. After 5.5 minutes, over 150 people live right now. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have an absolute cracking live stream. There's a lot to talk about in regards to Inter Milan as well, and them prioritizing Kalidou Koulibaly as one of their as one of the defenders that they want from us. Obviously, we're linked with Onana, and they might be potentially in for Chalobah and also Ruben Loftus Cheek. So look, lots popping off, man. This is why I wasn't too worried about Ruben Loftus Cheek. I always knew Ruben Loftus Cheek would have some suitors in Serie A. If AC Milan's interested, you best believe Inter Milan probably would be interested as well. So yeah, wa alaikum assalam, Ryan. Ryan, good to see you. Rain, good to see you. Tariq, my man, good to see you. Michael, good to see you as well. Exclusive. An appointment took place yesterday in a large Parisian hotel between Al-Hilal and Romelu Lukaku. The Saudis verbally offered a salary of 20 million per year. The Belgian striker is interested but wants a lot more. Discussions will continue. This is from Santi Ayuna. If you guys remember, he's the one who recently countered Ugarte news that it was already done. Remember, Record Portugal was saying, Chelsea has done this. He's a Chelsea player, this, that, the other. Santi Ayuna came on top of that saying, no, I don't think so. Ugarte is a PSG player. So, look, he definitely knows. When it comes from the French side of things, he definitely has information. The fact that this meeting took place in Paris, you probably have to take Santi Ayuna's words seriously to a certain degree. So, yeah, look, I was hoping for this, ladies and gentlemen. I seriously was praying and hoping that the Saudis will come and get Romelu Lukaku. And as I said, Romelu Lukaku comes across a particular character. He would entertain this. He could potentially play at the highest level in Europe for a few more seasons, but the money talks, man. And look, he don't want to come back to Chelsea. He knows he's absolutely killed it. He killed it with the Chelsea fans. He killed it with the club. There is no place for him. But at the same time, he's in a bit of a pickle because he's got 3 years left in his long contract. Do you know what I mean? 5-year contract, 3 years left. He don't want to come back. We need to find a solution. Inter Milan looks like they would like him. They know that he likes Inter Milan as well, but they don't have the finances. They simply don't have the financial capabilities to hold him on for another season. And as Uncle Shama is saying here, I don't want another year of stopgap expensive loan. This is from an Inter fan. So look, ladies and gentlemen, Saudis are here to hopefully help us out. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. Tariq, we should have closed the package back in 2017 when he went to United, but we are sentimental. Fair enough. Keep Chalobah, send Koulibaly seems to be the priority target for Inter Milan, which we'll get to very, very soon. We'll talk heavily in regards to Inter Milan as well. Dominic, good to see you, my man. In life, no limits. The only business we should do with Inter Milan is if they offer Onana in exchange. Otherwise, we sold to both Lukaku and Koulibaly. Do you know what? Koulibaly to Saudi Arabia. Koulibaly to Saudi Arabia is also a top situation as well, a top shout, if I'm being absolutely honest. If Kalidou Koulibaly doesn't get a chance to go back to Inter Milan, maybe he should knock on the door of the Saudis to see if they're keen on taking him. And once again, with Kalidou Koulibaly, someone who's from a Muslim background, it would suit his lifestyle brilliantly at Saudi Arabia. So much like N'Golo Kante. And there's news about N'Golo Kante potentially wrapping up the deal sometime today with Al-Ittihad. It is all going down in Saudi Arabia, man. That's where the party's at. I can't wait to go to Saudi next season when it starts. I'm planning, hopefully, inshallah, planning to be around there, maybe around December. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I am definitely keen to go and get the vibe of the Saudi league. Will Ugarte regret going to pay now that Mbappe is leaving that joke club? Sorry, off topic. Nah, I hear you, man. I mean, mad how in the same transfer window potentially we could see Kylian Mbappe, Messi's already gone, and Neymar as well. So, and who knows? Maybe PSG they wanna move in a different direction. Maybe they might get better without these players. Who knows? Uncle Sharma, once again, my man, I hope Koulibaly goes to Saudi too. We won't be paying you any money. It would be another expensive loan deal. No more loans, man. No more loans. It's either we get the job done. We want Onana. He's worth 60 million as per Inter Milan people, putting the price tag. I think Fabrizio Romano has also said about 60 million pounds or 50 to 60 million pounds. Let's do a deal. No problems. We can do the Onana deal separately, but you put a value on Kalidou Koulibaly. How much do you value Koulibaly? How much do you value Chalobah? How much do you value Ruben Loftus Cheek? Apparently is in your radars as well. I think Ruben Loftus Cheek would be a fantastic acquisition for Inter Milan. I think Ruben Loftus Cheek honestly would be a fantastic acquisition for any Serie A clubs, if I'm being absolutely honest. Means I read something about the Saudis owning part of Clear Lake. We might witness some serious money laundering today, man. I'm here for it. Bring me oil money. Yeah, man. Look, this is what I said. You can never trust any of these owners. Never. Like when you're making that level of money, you best believe it's not clean. It is definitely not clean at all. Now, great news that hopefully we can see Romelu Lukaku potentially go to Saudi Arabia. If not, obviously we're going to have a meeting with Inter Milan. Apparently our board members will be holding a meeting with Inter Milan sometime this week to have conversations about many players. We're linked with Lautaro Martinez. We're linked with Onana. Recently I saw something in regards to Barella. Inter need money. But at the same time, they're interested in our players, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Chalobah, Kalidou Koulibaly, and potentially goalkeeper as well. Maybe Mendy. Breaking, Inter Milan are interested in Koulibaly. There will be a meeting in London. Inter also want information on Chalobah and Loftus-Cheek. This is from Di Marzio, also reported by Fabrizio Romano. So, look, sad that it hasn't really worked out for Koulibaly. Inter will try to understand how badly Chelsea want Onana. Chelsea are currently negotiating for Robert Sanchez. Now, just a little bit about Robert Sanchez and Brighton before we get back to Inter Milan and all the things that's going down over there. Look, I don't think Robert Sanchez is a bad goalkeeper, but now I'm completely sold on Onana. Now you cannot take me back. And on top of that, no more doing business with Brighton, please. After Caicedo, after Moses Caicedo, I beg you. I honestly put my two hands together and I beg you, Chelsea Football Club, no more doing business with Brighton. Get Moses Caicedo, and then after that, let's not look at them for a little while. None of these trying to negotiate something with Robert Sanchez. Go after Onana. Do not look back. Don't try and get someone who's a little bit less than Onana in terms of quality. Go out there and now do the transaction with Inter Milan. Ask Inter Milan how much is Onana worth, and then try and offset all of that with the players that they want. It's as simple as that. No problems. We can keep the transactions separate, but ultimately it's all going to balance itself out, right? As long as Inter Milan doesn't screw us with some of our players' valuation. Like, for instance, Ruben Loftus-Cheek should be anywhere between 15 to 20 million pounds. Anywhere. 15 to 20 million pounds. Chalobah should minimum fetch 35 to 40 million pounds. 35. Minimum 35. Minimum. Should be around 40. And that in itself has already balanced off Onana's price. And then obviously thereafter Koulibaly as well. How much do you value Koulibaly? We bought Koulibaly for how much? How much did we get Koulibaly for? For about 40 million euros, something around there, 40 million euros. Okay, we can perhaps shave off maybe 10 million euros, 30 million euros, probably get you Koulibaly, and then you can negotiate the wages with him. It's up to you. There's no loan here, no loan business, straight up purchase. And then obviously, look, I'm not too keen about Lautaro, but I believe Pochettino wants him. Maybe there could be something there. I like Lautaro. I don't understand why people don't want him at Chelsea. I think he's an amazing striker. Look, I don't know about amazing striker. I think he's all right, but he needs a proper striker to play with. I don't think he's an out and out number 9. I think he needs like a Lukaku or someone strong up front who he can play off of. I think in the Premier League he's going to get done if he just plays up by himself up front. People think he's sort of like that Aguero-esque sort of a player. I don't think so. Might have been a couple of seasons ago. Now, I don't think he's in that level. Rain, I'm starting to think that some people in our board trying to get players from Brighton to help them. Who knows, man? Some inside dealing. Because Onana showed so much mentality, especially his comments on Haaland and obvio that moment he had with Lautaro after they lost the final leg. Final. Onana is must go because Mannion will be very expensive. Yeah, man. Onana, you can tell he's an absolute monster mentality monster. He's the kind of character you want in the dressing room, no doubts about that. He will wake everyone up, and he would send a rocket up everyone's backside if they're faltering. Chelsea and Inter are set to schedule a meeting in the next days as called yesterday. Understand Inter will ask about Kalidou Koulibaly as priority target. There you go. It's coming from Fabrizio Romano as well. Romelu Lukaku's future main topic, but Trevor Chalobah for Inter, Andre Onana for Chelsea will also be discussed. So lots popping off with Inter Milan. Look, get the job done. Get the job done. Get me Andre Onana. Get me Andre Onana and send maybe Mendy that way as well. Chalobah, whoever else. Look, I'll tell you why I'm okay. Look, I have no issues with Chalobah. I don't mind him staying at Chelsea Football Club. But when you look at excuse me, when you look at our defensive numbers, right? We've got Wesley Fofana. We got Thiago Silva. And I get it. Thiago Silva is not going to be sticking around for too long. I understand that could be his last season next season. Might even, consider extending for further 1 year because his son is in our academy for the next 2 years. So nonetheless, next season, we've got Wesley Fofana. We got Silva. We got Buddy Shield, who should be back for the by the start of the season. I know he's injured now. We've got who else do we got? Wesley Fofana, Buddy Shield, Silva, Levi Colwell. That's 4. If we let go of Koulibaly, Chalobah could stick around, isn't it? Am I missing someone? Am I missing a defender? So if we have Wesley Fofana, Silva, Buddy Shield, Lewa Colwell will definitely be back, hopefully. So that's 4. And then, Koulibaly or Chalobah. Actually, Chalobah could stay, potentially. That's 5 with Chalobah. You're right. So we don't necessarily need to get rid of Chalobah. In fact, if we do get rid of Koulibaly, I think we should just keep Chalobah. Or else we're going to be down on numbers. So, I'm more than happy to keep him around. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Kalidou Koulibaly is priority target for Inter Milan. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. Whatever happened to the mentality monster Chelsea hired? He had the opposite effect on players here. I don't even know what happened. He must have just ran away. Because I won gift Obrand from Ghent, however you pronounce it, to play up top. Big, young Nigerian lad, and he's absolutely ripped apart the Belgian league. Such a complete striker as well. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about this. Gift Obrand, maybe a name I should keep keep a lookout for. Ethan Ampadu, look, it's time to sell. It's time to sell. It's not going to work out at Chelsea Football Club unless, I don't know. Are we going to look at him in the preseason? Is Poch going to give him an opportunity? Look, it's been done, right? It's been done, and it's best Ampadu to find another home. Onana is good for 60 million, and Onana is good for Mendy swap. We can even swap Loftus for the deal, man. Yeah, 100% agreed. Absolutely 100% agreed. Liz, did you see Chelsea YouTube channel is playing all 2000 Premier League goals of us since yesterday to make us feel better? What a PR. Yeah, man. Like, that's what happens when you had a season like we did, in the mud season. Looks like Qatar have purchased Man United. Yeah, we'll wait for the official news. Do you know what? I won't be surprised if Mbappe is Man United's first signing, man, with the Qataris coming in. Think about it, man. If it is true that the owners of PSG, who are Qatari-based as well, apparently has some sort of involvement with this purchase with Man United, potentially they'll lose Kylian Mbappe from PSG, but they won't lose Kylian Mbappe from Qatar. So I think he could potentially move to Man United. Man United probably one of the very few teams around the world that can afford a player like Mbappe. Obviously, Real Madrid is the biggest shout, but will PSG deal with Real Madrid? Who knows? Because Real Madrid probably wants this player on a free. Next season, this player is going to be free, as opposed to paying, astronomical amount of transfer fee this window to get someone like Kylian Mbappe. Some Chelsea fans have been screaming out for Kylian Mbappe. Please, don't kid yourself. There is no way we are getting Kylian Mbappe. We don't have that capacity. We simply don't have that capacity. We're definitely not going to pay those wages, and God knows how much it's going to cost from a transfer point of view, probably in excess of 200 million. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. It's fascinating how some people are saying it's too much of a risk to pay 120 to 140 million for Osimhen, but are fine with us paying 80 to 90 million for Lautaro, who is tailor-made to be a massive flop in the Premier League. It's so true. It's so true, man. If it was between Lautaro and Osimhen, I'd rather pay more money for Osimhen, undoubtedly. Forget Osimhen, Kane, Vlahovic, pay 100 million for Mbappe. He's totally worth the money. It's just not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. I'm sure the players would understand if Mbappe is getting the high wages. I don't think they will. Look, we don't need to rattle the group anymore like that, man. Seriously. Mbappe, you see what Mbappe does at PSG, man. He runs the show there. I don't need any of that, man. I need stress-less season next season. I don't need blockbuster articles every second. Already the journalists have a field day with Chelsea, and then on top of that, you get someone like Mbappe. Look, Mbappe ain't gonna come to Chelsea Football Club. Let's stop even thinking about that. We're not even in Europe. Why is Mbappe gonna come to Chelsea to do what? To be a water boy here. Inter Milan will meet with Chelsea in the coming days, and they will talk about Romelu Lukaku, who Inter want to keep, and Trevor Chalobah. There is also no discussions for Andre Onana. There will also be no discounts for Andre Onana. It's 60 million or nothing. This is from Alfredo Padella. 60 million euros. What's that? Like approximately about 50-something million pounds. Look, we should get this done. We really should get this done. Damon saying, Miz, thoughts on Højlund? Brother, I've not watched him. I honestly have no thoughts on this guy. All I know that he plays for Atalanta, and that's about it. I don't watch him. I've never watched him. I've not even seen any clips of him. But there seems to be a lot of hype about this particular player. I need to watch him, pretty much. So until then, I don't know too much what to say about him. But seems like in social media, a lot of people like him. But, it's up to you if you want to believe social media hype. What will Lukaku thinking now after all those snakes interview with Inter Milan telling Lautaro to stay there, that he's coming back at Milan, even knowing that he's under contract with Chelsea? Shame me. Yeah, man. Madness. I always knew Lukaku was all about the money. He was all about the money. And that's fine. That's fine. Each to their own. Ridom. Mbappe definitely won't come. Chelsea won't come. He was a Chelsea fan, and we rejected him when he was young. Look, it's not even about that. It's just he'll have such an ego. He'll think he's bigger than the club. Do you know what I mean? And I just can't have that kind of an attitude from a player. Look, he's a sensational player, unbelievable player, but no need for such shenanigans at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal are considering bidding for Caicedo, who is wanted by Chelsea as they close in on Declan Rice for a deal worth over 100 million. Look, I hope we don't screw up this Caicedo situation. I really hope we don't screw up this Caicedo situation because, do you know what? Arsenal are quite capable of getting both. Money is not a problem. They're a well-run organization. They've got money. It's just if the owners are going to spit out that much money, and the owners have been in recent times. So it's up to us not to screw this up. I completely can see them getting both. It'll be interesting though. Thomas Partey there, Jorginho there. I mean, is Jorginho leaving? What's going on? I'm sure they're looking for depth, knowing that they're going to be in Europe next season in Champions League. So obviously they'll play quite a lot of matches. I just hope we don't screw this up, man. I really hope we go in and get Caicedo and get the job done, and none of this dilly-dallying around till the end of the transfer window, trying to hackle, some discounts. Brighton know they've got a proper asset. They've got plenty of suitors. We're not going to get any discount from this. Chelsea Dodger Miz. All right, let's check out Chelsea Dodger. Let's see what's happening from Chelsea Dodger live 6 minutes ago. All right, it's about Vlahovic. Chelsea, where am I? There we go. Chelsea insist on Dusan Vlahovic. Juventus had a meeting over the weekend with representatives of Stamford Bridge looking for heavy reinforcements for Pochettino. Juventus had a meeting over the weekend with representatives of Stamford Bridge club looking for heavy reinforcements for Pochettino. Look, he's one of those candidates. We're looking for a striker. He's definitely one of those candidates that we're going to be looking at. Look, I'm not completely sold on Vlahovic either, man. I'm being absolutely honest. I think he'll suit the Premier League because of his physicality. Serbian players, they got that dog in them. So in terms of physicality, I think he'll manage. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. A couple of seasons ago in Fiorentina, he was killing it. Or maybe it's the Allegri tax. Who knows? Maybe he might be good in the Premier League. But look, striker situation is quite tough to comment on. Victor Osimhen would be the preference, man. But can we get that done? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can get it done. Maybe if we sell enough players and raise enough funds, maybe we can get Victor Osimhen done. Why will Victor Osimhen join us? Maybe because all the other clubs are not looking to get him because of how astronomical the fee could be. And that could leave us only in the running. But obviously, Vlahovic is someone that we are connected with. Vlahovic is connected with a few other clubs as well. We're not the only one that's connected with Vlahovic. Look, it's not my complete preference, but yeah, as Ryan's saying, if you want a Serbian striker, Mitrovic is down the road from us. Yeah, Mitrovic. If it was between Mitrovic and Vlahovic, come on, guys, who are you choosing? Who are you choosing between Mitrovic and Vlahovic? You best believe you're choosing Mitrovic. That's what I'm thinking. All right, well, wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to leave you guys with this particular exclusive. An appointment took place yesterday in a large Parisian hotel between Al-Hilal and Romelu Lukaku. The Saudis verbally offered a salary of 20 million per year. Belgian striker is interested but wants a lot more. Discussions will continue. Fantastic news. I am so happy. Hopefully, Saudis can take him off us, and that will be the end of the Romelu Lukaku saga. Ladies and gentlemen, before you go, well over 330 people live, smash the like button, get those likes up to 200 if we can. That would be fantastic. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys later on UK time, wrapping up all the day's news that drops from here on in. And yeah, let's go towards 24,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, see ya.